This is part 3 of our Never Buy a Clayton Manufactured Home, and this video is titled The Issues. We're going to start on the outside of the house, and this is the first issue. This is where Gary Carr Mobile Home Service tracks on his machine destroyed the concrete foundation. He did this in 2 separate spots in the front and 4 in the rear. These are 2 foot long. They're about 4 inches deep. Here's the next spot. And here's where the axle of the missing wheel got stuck on a slab as he tried to yank it up. You know, this is an expensive piece of concrete, and he had no right to destroy it like this. It is also the first thing you see when you come to the property. And he brought both halves up in the same spot, so I guess we're lucky in that aspect, is that he only did this on this side. Now we're going to be moving around to the back half of the house. This is the half that had lost the wheel, the front right wheel. And as we swing around, this is another issue. We were supposed to get 2 decks and steps along with skirting, which we never received. I added these steps and the skirting because we didn't want any unwanted creatures underneath the house, and we were tired of entering the house through a stepladder. You know, the reason we purchased this particular house was because of the built-in porch. Now we're going to look down the back half of the house. You can think about that window there. Does that look like an issue to you? Because it does to me. I don't know how well you can see this, but this whole back half of the house has been twisted. We're going to put a level up there so you can see what I'm talking about. You know, these windows almost popped right out of the wall. So how about this over here? Got my level up here. Can you see that? Can you see the big gap going on there? That's a problem. That's a big problem. This is the opposite end of the back half of the house. Down there is where the porch is at. But we just wanted you to see from this end. How about those windows up there? Oh yeah, that looks great. Yeah, good job. So on October 31st, 2019, Jeffrey Levy, the sales manager of Clayton Homes, brought Charles Grimsley, the service manager of SE Homes, to the property. And he tried to tell me that this wall and these windows and the roof and everything else is normal. And I said, well, I don't think so. How about this smart panel here, huh? Look like it's separated. We got a consumer complaint inspector saying he don't see no gap as he's trying to pound it back in with his fist. And had these transom windows not leaked, we probably would have never found all these issues. But these windows still leak to this day. But how about those eaves? Can you see that they're twisted? Because I can see it. I don't know if you can see it or not. But there's some big problems back here. I think we'll go on to the roof now. This is still the back half of the house. It's still the half that showed up here with the missing front right wheel. So how's that roof look to you? Looks like a big problem, huh? So this is the opposite end. And you can see that it does this all the way across. And I tell you, it's pretty scary walking up here. You feel like you're going to fall right through. So not only does it go in and out, it also goes up and down. The second consumer complaint inspector telling me that this roof will last 30 years. Yeah, I doubt it. So now we're at the front of the house. And in the front, all the trim out here is 6 inches. All the trim in the back of the house is 4 inches. This piece here is painted white. All the trim around the windows is 6 inches. Now the front piece has its issues, but nothing like the back half. I mean, you can live with this. Except for their crappy paint job and their crappy silicone job. Since the windows in the back leaked, they just decided to do all of them. Now this column is even with the smart panel. And this column hangs down about 2.5 inches more than the other side. I know these are only decorative, and the reason I'm showing them to you is so you can see that they've moved. Because there, you can see where they used to be. Also, this is our invisible deck and steps at the front door that Clayton Homes promised us that we never got. We didn't ask for this fight, but we are not going to let it go. And if we can stop them from doing this to anybody else, we're going to. We're going to take this as far as we need to go with it. All we wanted was a nice place to live. Here, let me go back to this window over here. I want to show you this. You see what that sign says there? It says 2,212 square feet, 34 by 66. Now, 19 separate times, our contract says that this house is 2,244 square feet at 34 foot wide by 66 foot long. Think that's a breach of contract? I think so. Now we're almost done with the issues on the outside of the house. This is the garden window at the master bedroom. How's that paint job look, huh? Yeah, it looks great. Yeah, good job. I hope these are not holding this garden window up, because it's probably going to fall out of there if it is. They missed some silicone here. Maybe I should call them. Tell them to come back here. Finish it up. So you tell me. Pieces go together. I don't know. Something looks screwy there. about the roof up there? How's that looking? Oh, yeah, that's great. I guess we're gonna head to the inside of the house now. There's lots to see in there. So I'll see you inside.